a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They give it to him again. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Catch in the middle, it's Branch. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Tigers line it up with a first and goal. Johnson looking to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Hey, sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football, so much speed in the back end, break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bussey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Cook. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Got his man on the right. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
A cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Norman. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. All kinds of room to the
right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Johnson wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Hand off from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. A run for the quarterback. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
On the direct snap, it's Durham. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because the...
There he goes! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Gives it on the option. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Motion from the wideout. Trying to do it on the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, he's got a chance. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ripping through the defense. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
They call third down money down for a reason. Like second down, they get the sack, put them in a situation where it's a known passing situation. And how about this offense, man? They're trying to throw the football.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Looking to throw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Bussey. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
The defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Now sliding to his left. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Branch. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Norman. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They'll open the second half with a run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Might be changing the route. Toss sweep to the right. Shakes off the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back to throw, it's McMillan. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for room, it's Durham. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
That's a backbreaker for the offensive coordinator because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. That's caught. It's Hamilton. He's loose down the left side. He's at the touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Johnson wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Norman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He'll do it himself. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Quarterback will keep it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but in the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that is bode well in the fourth quarter game.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Branch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in a box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. This time on target. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do, because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Off play action. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Bringing it back. He's at the touchdown, Aggie. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, adds the lead for his team. He's still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Working that left side. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Johnson wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, little.
Breaks into the open. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Aggie. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Anderson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Motion from the back. They just keep firing. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Johnson looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
This time it's complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
That's the turnover they desperately needed. Taking it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
LSU will get a 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
1st down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. this tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, it's McMillan. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good, like putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He'll throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And still a 1-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt, execution is going to be critical here, David, because with a 1-point lead, it just feels like the team that makes the fewest mistakes at this point of the game is going to win it.
And it's nice to know that my defense just put a really good stop together, got me the ball back. Now it's go time. 4th quarter, I got to go make this happen.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Under fire. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.